Hey everyone, I see people still joining. We'll give everybody a moment or two to join. Welcome. Thank you for coming. I'm going to be talking to you about Manus and what it means. Right now, the number one question that I get from people is, how do I get into Manus? Um, some people are asking me, you have no idea how many messages I'm getting, text messages, Facebook messages from people I don't know. One was pretty funny. It's like, you don't know me. I have nothing to offer you, but can you get me an invite into Manus? I have been an entire day. We are at the beginning of reaching Manus hysteria, and I have a feeling that when you see what Manus can do, it's going to make you even more excited to get in. Now, anytime you want, you can get into Chat GPT and start chatting away. You have different models that you can choose from. You want the free model, you want the better model, you want the best model. All of these are available. And now people are taking chat for granted. Just last week in the Wall Street Journal, I saw an article that said 30 to 50% of children in junior high school, meaning or middle school, from fifth to eighth grade, are using chat to do their homework, to do their assignments, and so forth. In high school, the numbers are closer to 40 to 50%. And in college, in excess of 50% are doing all of their schoolwork with AI. Now, whether they use ChatGPT or use one of the others, when I refer to chat, I'm referring to using one of the AIs, whether it is chat, whether it is Gemini, whether it is Perplexity, Claude, uh, Venice, or there are so many of these LLMs out there, large language models, that we don't remember the days when chat started and there was a waiting list to get into chat. And then they did it again with a waiting list to get into Sora. There was actually, maybe you remember, there was a waiting list to get to Dolly and do their um, to do images. So we are now at this stage, but Manus is entirely different. There are people who are friends of mine. Um, Jim, for example, who's on this call. Jim is a master of prompts with um, with these traditional AIs. And the first question people are asking me is, well, what prompts are you using? And the answer is, I'm not using prompts. I'm typing simple instructions for what I want, and Manus is just blowing me away. Now, when I got into Manus, and remember, I've only been using Manus for 2 days. 2 days ago, I was using Manus from when I got in. I'd been accepted actually a couple of days earlier, and I never used it. So I went in 2 days ago, and I used it probably from dawn until bedtime. I had it doing so much work for me, and I was like, really? This is possible? This is insane. And then yesterday, I did a lot more stuff, a lot more specialized stuff that I'm going to show you and I'm going to share with you. And I'm going like, Holy cow, this is insane. And today, I went back and revised a lot of what I did yesterday, improving it, looking at it, and first, but Manus, and for the out of the days that I've had Manus, Manus has begun to install limits. Like, okay, Harlan, we've had enough of you for the day. We'll see you tomorrow. So I suggest to you that you now remember all of the work that you've done in Manus is there for you. It's saved for you. I suggest you really use up this time because there are so many things that you can do with it that literally will blow your mind. How can I tell you what Manus is? Imagine you had a really smart assistant, a really smart assistant who could do just about anything. And you say to the assistant, I want you to get these statistics. I want you to get all of the information from this website. I want you to create a website. I want all the content for a website. I want an entire social media campaign, and on and on and on. Manus, like that trusted assistant, does it for you, but it does it in minutes. Now, there are different aspects and features of Manus that I will show you. Unfortunately, I've used up my quota of Manus for the day. And if I try and do anything, it's going to say, you're a bad boy. You're trying to go beyond your allotted quota. I have written and appealed to have my quota extended. Hasn't happened yet, but I'm going to tell you that this is addicting. I'm going to tell you that anything that you plan on doing, any kind of research, um, Manus is, I've been using the term game changer for the quality of what it can do. Now, if you go and you ask Manus to go get some information, Manus will get that information. It will find more information than you thought was possible. I've seen Manus even go behind locked websites to gather information. In some cases, you can let Manus know if you really want good information and you have a login to the website and you log in for Manus, or it may request that you log in. Manus will produce things for you that are amazing. Now, so I want you to know and I want you to pay attention to what we're going to do. In 2 days or 3 days, I couldn't possibly be considered an expert in Manus. I am sure that in a relatively short period of time, people are going to come up with things that Manus can do. For example, one of my friends who has access to Manus wants to be an affiliate for a certain product. And so he told Manus to, for a certain company, he told Manus to go find the products and to give him a month by month over the course of the year of which of those products would be best to sell, what the emails to them should say, and here were the URLs of the product, and it put it into a chart, and it did all the research in minutes. It is literally insane what the potentials are. For those of you who never had a product to sell, let's say a digital product, Manus can create the product for you. Manus can um, Manus can create the website for you, the content for you, the follow-up emails for you, the ads, the social media campaigns. There is literally nothing that Manus cannot do for you. And we are talking on a very simple term. Now, we don't have a chat, but we do have a Q&A, and I'm seeing the Q&A is it will show you everything on where to get the products and source the products. Of course, I asked Manus for a list of ways that Manus could make money, and that list is extremely impressive. So with your permission, let's go and take a look at Manus. I'll keep my eye and see if questions come in. So let's start here. This was my first project. Manus has this area here where you type, and then it goes to town. So I said, please analyze this YouTube channel. And we used its deep search function. I'll help you analyze the YouTube channel. Let me gather information about the channel, including its content, statistics, and any other relevant details. This may take a few minutes as I research and compile a comprehensive analysis. Now, just for comparison, I asked other things, including Claude and including ChatGPT, the same question. And they said, I cannot, even Grok, I cannot access YouTube. But Manus had no problem. So they were searching for the channel. They found the channel. Here was the channel. They collected the statistics. They started analyzing the content and themes. Now they looked at that was just the channel. Now they looked at the video. Now they were looking at the audience engagement. Now they began a comprehensive analysis. Now they created an analysis document. Now they created a markdown file for me, and they created an analysis document. And then they shared the information here. So I've completed a comprehensive analysis of the MacPack YouTube channel. The channel focuses on geography, geopolitics, and historical facts, presented in engagement, often sensationalist format. And it talks about what's going on. And then, okay, so tell me about it. And it went through and explained and analyzed the channel in great depth. What of some of their videos that did well and how many views they got, what the audience engagement is, what the view counts range, average videos, recent uploads, how often they frequently post, it's monthly or more, audience retention, videos over 30 minutes consistently achieve high view counts. There are some 3-hour videos with substantial view counts. Community engagement, there are polls, interactive questions, there are active comments, what their content strategy, where they focus more than others, how they visualize storytell, multiple content follow similar formats, clickbait elements, how they position themselves, what the growth potential. and a summary. So this is what their analysis was. Pretty good, pretty accurate analysis. So I said, if I wanted to mimic the success of this channel, what concrete steps would I say? What I do? And it went and it started telling me what I need to do, the formula, production quality, strategic content, audience engagement, optimization, growth strategy, monetization. Okay. Now I said, ready, pick a subject that went viral on MapPack and write a script for me in their style. So it started checking the videos and it created a script on their style. Based is the hidden reason Antarctica remains unclaimed territory and incorporates all key elements. And here's what's going on in there. And then here's the script. And then I commented, does that seem to be the same length as one of their videos? No, I didn't. You're right. This script would be about 15 minutes. So they redid it and give me the revised script. And finally, they gave me a greatly expanded script on the topic, enough for me to get going. All the research is done here. And as you can see, I took that and turned it into a script, which will be turned into a video. And it gave all of the sources. So that's pretty magical. There's no chat. Any questions for me on what I did here? Any questions? Oh, I see a couple of questions now. Does Manus do voices too? And how about artwork? Well, Jocelyn, we're actually looking into it. I think that it is very possible that very shortly that Manus will be able to produce videos for you way beyond artwork. So Manus can program, Manus can, debug programs. It makes things, can Manus see videos and provide a shot list? Manus, whether it can see videos or not, it can read videos. It takes it a while to read videos, I discovered. So while Manus was going through one of the videos today, I said, would you rather have a transcript? And it said, oh, yes. And I uploaded a transcript and things went much faster. But I really believe that it can see videos and read videos. YouTube reads videos. So the technology exists, and I certainly believe that that's happening. Any more questions before I head back over to Manus to show you the rest of the things that I'm doing? By the way, I know it's not a um, it's not a webinar, but so if you would type in as a question, are you impressed so far? What's the biggest thing Manus can do that Grok can't? Oh, keep watching. I've tested these things against Grok. They absolutely can't. They absolutely cannot do. I'm pretty sure that Grok would be able to write novels fairly quickly, fairly quickly. So, but that'll take another day. Okay, let's go. Will Manus be able to jailbreak copyrighted material? I think so, yes. I think it's going to be able to jailbreak copyrighted material. And that is going to create all kinds of legal stuff. Manus um, is based out of China, and so China does not respect copyright. Can Manus write a best-selling romance novel or a suspense novel? I am absolutely sure, but right now in the beta phase, I'm not sure whether it will be able to do a whole romance novel at one sitting. They will probably limit it, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's go back and take a look at further from Manus. Let's go. Let's go back to Manus. Okay, so that was my first day. Now, day 2. Starting to play with Manus. Please analyze the website, thegaryhalbertletter.com. So it goes and accesses the site, and there's an SSL certificate. Okay. Let me try an alternative way. Okay, I got there. Now I'm exploring the content and the structure. It's reading the letters. I've seen the home page. I'm looking at the website. I'm looking at all of the content on there. I'm looking for Gary's background. Um, I'm looking at an article on LinkedIn about Gary Halbert. Um, Looking here about private details, more about Gary so we can get some context. Let's analyze the Gary Halbert letter. Let's create a report. I've completed my analysis, and it gives us information. And here's its analysis of everything about the website and some of the articles that are there, who the target market is, who Gary was, what the significance was, what the experience of the site is, what the strengths, limitations. Okay. All right. Everybody got that? Now, based on your analysis, produce a template for writing um, copy like Gary Halbert. Okay, I'll do it. And here it is. Here's the template for writing copy like Gary Halbert. Personal conversational tone, strong attention grabbing headlines, storytelling, credibility building, specific claims and details, psychological triggers, clear call to action, PS statements. All right. Now, here's where the magic happens. I have a client and they are Soma Breath. They are teaching people how to become breath working coaches. So I said, based on your analysis, produce a letter in Gary Halbert's style to invite people to become a Soma breath coach. And so it started searching for what a Soma breath coach was. And it found the website, and it found the page about certification, and it started reading it and researching it and the benefits. And okay, now let's outline the letter. And here's the format that we're going to use that it showed us before. And lo and behold, it did it. I have no idea how you found this letter. Maybe you were already working in the wellness field and looking for something to give you an edge over the competition. Maybe you're stuck in a soul crushing corporate job, desperately searching for a way out. Or perhaps you stumbled on this by pure dumb luck. But however you got here, you've arrived at what is without question the most valuable opportunity in the entire wellness industry today. And this is being written from the perspective of the founder, and it tells his story. And the language, and guess what? The University of Cambridge recently conducted a comprehensive study on our methods, revealing soma breath techniques can induce altered states of consciousness similar to those produced by psychedelic substances completely naturally and legally. And here's what to do. Here's what you're going to get. My Transform Your Life for its free guarantee. Here's what to do next. And some really cool PSs. I look at it, it's very Gary-like. Very Gary-like. I shared this with the clients today compared to what their current letter is, and they were blown away. Okay, Paul says I've crashed or overloaded Manus twice on the last 2 days, putting together a program. That is entirely normal. When it crashes, it tells you to reset Manus's computer. Don't do that. Just type continue and it will. This is not you demanding too much. This is just it's in beta and can't deal with the heavy load. Looks like Manus could write a college level essay with references. What do I think of the current educational models? I think the current educational models need to be changed because if 50% to 60% are using AI now, by this time next year, it's going to be 80 to 90%. And ChatGPT is about to release um, a undetectable AI thing, but they are afraid of what it will do. Okay, so that was working with Gary Halbert. Then I said, and I'm using the name that I'm not allowed to say, so I have to say trademark. Please rewrite this according to Gary Bencivenga, trademark, because his name is Trademark. I'll rewrite this Soma Breath Coach invitation letter in Gary Halbert style, Gary Bencivenga style. Gary Bencivenga is known for his research-heavy, fact-based approach to copywriting with a focus, and it started searching for everything that it could find of Gary online. I've rewritten it. Here's Gary's style, research-backed claims, etc., proof elements, case studies, measurable results. Okay. And sometimes it thinks it's delivered the letter and it hasn't. And finally, here's the letter. Cambridge University study confirms Soma breath techniques produce psychedelic-like states without substances. Now you can turn this breakthrough into $100,000 plus coaching business. The scientific evidence that could transfer your career. And it goes into depth into research, would be a typical Gary move. Here are the results. And it is just the way he would do things. So went ahead and here are results, references, business in a box, your investment and guaranteed return, our Transform Your Career or its free guarantee. Here are your next steps, a final point, and that was it. then I said there doesn't appear to be a close, so it closed the letter. Okay, now create a PDF of the letter, and it had a really hard time creating the PDF. It should be able to create PDFs. It didn't. So then it can convert it to a doc, and I said, okay, convert it to a doc, but it never did, and never got it. And I'm talking you crash when you're about to send a letter. Okay. So it gave it to me in full text. And that was it. They did it a part at a time to do it. Okay, so we got the whole letter. When I showed this to the clients today, they went out of their mind with it. And then I said, listen to this. If I upload documents, would it help train your model? I appreciate your question about uploading documents. As an AI assistant, I don't personally get trained on documents you upload during a conversation. My training was completed before our interaction began. When you upload documents, I can only use to help them with your current tasks, like analyzing them, extracting information, or using them. If you have documents related to copywriting techniques, Soma Breath, or any other marketing materials, I'm happy to do that. Okay. And then you get very typically this error. Manus computers encountered a critical issue. You can choose to reset Manus's computer or start a new task. And I just say continue. Okay. So now I said, well, all right, I did it for my client. Okay, and please find all examples of copy of Gary Bencivenga and study them. Okay, I get this due to high service load, tasks that cannot be created, try again, and I found it. Okay, so it found all of the research that it could find. And remember, it only finds what's online. Anything that he wrote that was offline, magalogs, etc., it can't find. Okay, so here are some of his letters. Here's the famous Ham letter, an analysis, the olive oil. Here's a study of his life. Okay, now many of you know, right, that I have a product called finger healing. So I said, now take what you've learned about Gary Bencivenga and create a sales letter for fingerhealing.com. And it started doing it. And lo and behold, it created a sales letter. Unlock the ancient secret that transformed your life in just 10 minutes a day. The astonishing power, that's a, if there are certain words that are AI words, astonishing is a Gary word. The astonishing power of mudras, how simple hand gestures can help you lose weight, manifest your desires, and tap into universal energy. And then it goes into problems with modern solutions, the discovery that changes everything, research, none of this, which is in my sales letter, talking about specific mudras, real people, what results, the promise, the system, and it suggests more things that I should be including in the system, and bonuses that I should have, an extraordinary value, my personal guarantee, a decision that could change everything. Um, I was pretty impressed. Then I said, okay, give it to me in one piece. And it did. And then we got the fail. Okay, so we got YouTube, we got Gary Pennsylvania, we got this. All right, now this is where we go absolutely nuts. This is where we go absolutely nuts. Pauline Langdon asked me to, I don't know if Pauline is on. Stop screen. Pauline, are you here? I know you're in Australia where it's tomorrow or yesterday. No, she didn't make it. Okay. So Pauline said, how would it do with writing a VSL? And I said, okay, whose VSLs? And she suggested that they look at the Golden Hippo, goldenhippo.com. Now here, it was really busy. And you see the number of times I just kept saying, please do this, please do this, please do this, please do this. Try again. Please notify me. Are you free? Try now. And then eventually, after probably a half hour or so, it did it. And it started analyzing their website. It found their VSLs, started analyzing their VSLs, other products and brands on their website, went to their Facebook pages, started looking at their videos. It found their videos on YouTube without me telling it where to go. It located the videos were hosted on YouTube. So it went to there and went other brands that they have, looking at their marketing insights, their style elements, um, what's distinctive about them. And they put together a breakdown of their VSLs. Okay. And it gives you a detailed breakdown of what they do, how they build a VSL, what the structure, the narrative structure, the visual productive, the persuasion techniques, the scientific language, the persuasive copy elements, brand specific approaches, how it works in marketing funnels, what the key success factors are, and the conclusions. Okay, and so it should, some days it gives you these reports that you can download and print out, and some days it doesn't. That's what happens on the early days. Okay, everybody, I hope you're impressed, because then I said, um, do I do you think it can see unlisted YouTube videos? I don't know. It's not important to me. Um, could it? I don't know. If it's not listed, it probably can't find it. It's invisible. Okay. Please look at the product speed keto that I wrote. You can find copy on this page. Please write a video sales letter for me in pure Golden Hippo style. And it went and he analyzed my product and looked at the other sales letter and went back to Golden Hippo and talked about here's what we need. And it delivered a Golden Hippo type VSL. Solution integration, scientific explanation, feature breakdown, social proof in just 30 days, objection handling, call to action and offer, final appeal and close. And then I said, this doesn't seem to be remotely seem the same length. You're right. There's our longer. So expand and deliver in text. And so they redid it, measuring itself, making sure that I got what I asked for, and put together an incredible, incredible VSL. Are you impressed so far? Yes? Impressed? Not impressed? Let me know. Just type in a question. Yes, I'm impressed. I'm not impressed. Nothing. They're dead. I killed the entire audience. Thank you, Bruce. Okay. Now, so you have the ability now to come back to the same discussion and put in someone else's topic and deliver a um, um, you can deliver a um, 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 you can deliver a hugely beneficial thing. Okay, now this one got someone mad. I think I should skip it because it got him so mad. But it went into someone's website, found the content that was highly secret, and analyzed it. And the person told me that it was wrong. Nothing could be further from the truth. So we're just not going to go there. I wanted to create a website for a romance writer. I need content for all of the pages of this website. Again, couldn't do it, couldn't do it, couldn't do it. Okay, I'll do it. And it wrote all of the pages of the website, homepage, latest release, the books, etc. It went and found the books on Amazon, found out about them. Whether it read the books or not, I can't tell you, but it did a really good job. Did a really good job. Um, Pretty impressed. Pretty impressed. Okay. So then, I do a lot of work on webinars. And I said, okay, please analyze the webinars of Caleb O'Dowd and Jason Fladlin and produce templates for each. Then individually apply these templates to completely rewrite this webinar, Kilstein.com, the 51 replay. And I tried to get it to let me in. No, no, no. Please analyze maximum. Okay, gave up. Started this morning, went back when I had access, and it did just this incredible thing, producing templates for Caleb O'Dowd's webinars, for Jason Fladlin's webinars. But it found a lot of stuff on Fladlin online, but didn't really have a good thing. So I uploaded a video that I had of a Caleb webinar. And then I said, would you like a transcript? Oh, yeah. I uploaded a transcript, and then it went to town and produced Caleb's style, templates, rewrites. And then I said, you never did the Fladlin one. It did. And then I said, by the way, his webinars are typically 3 hours long. So that went back. Finally, I said, okay, now give me a new rewrite, giving the best of the two, their different styles. And it gave me a huge thing, which is a combination of the two, what's going on, and literally gave a huge webinar, different mechanisms, etc. It will give me plenty to play with of its analysis of what to do. So I came away absolutely blown away by that. So I said, okay. I got up this morning, or after that, I got up this morning and I said, you know what? Since the pandemic and distribution of the GLP-1 and GLP-2 drugs, people aren't as enthusiastic about keto. I'd like to promote my keto book, specifically Speed Keto, Speed Carnivore, and my new weight loss program. Check it out. Busy, 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 busy now. And it went and it analyzed it. And it wrote up a marketing plan. I was like, oh, this is a pretty darn good marketing plan. Detailed analysis. You could sell marketing plans to people, telling it more what you wanted in there, and it would be really good money to sell these marketing plans. This is a incredible first thing. I remember when I wrote my own, and it analyzed the competition, who the competitors were, etc. Um, what our differences are, what weaknesses to address, marketing strategies, USPs, speed keto USPs, fed up USPs, speed carnivore USPs, strategies, email strategies, content, paid advertising, community relationships, how to spend my money, content, etc. Content calendar, emails, what to do. Of course, it would write these for me. Social media campaigns, sales copy recommendations, sales page headlines, implementation timeline. Paul said, um, I'm impressed. Okay, so I'll design. Okay, please design Facebook, Google, and YouTube ads for this campaign. And it did. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be able to create the videos too. Here's some YouTube ads. Outsmart your metabolism. Okay. Now here's where I went crazy. Now, please imagine Jay Abraham was designing this campaign. What would he do? And it starts studying everything of Jay's online. And it gave a Jay Abraham strategy. Okay, that's pretty impressive. All right. How about you give me a Dan Kennedy type campaign? Well, it did that too. And then it says in the magnetic marketing system, you should have a report. Okay, write the report. And how to get pharmaceutical level weight loss results without the side effects, expense, or lifetime dependency. If you are considering GLP drugs like Ozempic, Wegovy, or Mounjaro for weight loss, or if you're already using them but concerned about the side effects or ongoing expenses, this may be the most important report you read. Dear friend, let me be direct with you. The weight loss industry has been revolutionized by these drugs, and for good reasons. These prescription medications can produce significant weight loss results, especially for people who have struggled with other approaches. But there's a dark side that these miracle drugs that the pharmaceutical companies and their armies of influences don't want you to know about. The astronomical cost 1,000 to 1,500 per month, 12 to 18,000 a year. Common side effects: nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation. Potential long-term risks still largely unknown. Dependency factors: stop the drug and the weight returns. The insurance battles: many plans won't cover these drugs for weight loss. And And it goes on. Details, science, long-term risks, cost, natural alternatives. I was impressed. I was really impressed. And then the choice is yours. What do you do next? Um, Absolutely. I was impressed. So, is there a way to make the copy and marketing campaigns personal to the audience? That's exactly what I'm doing here. That's exactly what I did here. I made it personal to my particular audience. Okay. Now, I realized that Manus did not have a um, Manus had only seen Dan Kennedy stuff online. It had never seen a live Dan Kennedy letter, an actual Dan Kennedy letter. So I uploaded a Dan Kennedy ad that Jim and I used in our weight loss business, and it was like, okay. Um, and I told it, go ahead. Do you think you can't succeed on keto? And it created a new letter about keto, which was very much like the old letter. Really, it was basically a serious copy of the old letter, but I liked the focus on the GLP drugs. So it went and recreated a new lead magnet and gave a great headline. Do you think GLP drugs are your only option for weight loss? And for me, this was crazy good. Now, I have to tell you that a lot of people are really, really mad about the concept that um, uh, that people could literally um, produce sales letters that are this simple. That you could have a sales letter and in just minutes, as if it's written by a pro. Now, all of these letters could be tweaked. This is day one of playing with this stuff. Every single letter from the Halbert letter, etc., could use tweaking. It's not perfect yet, but for a start, I was darn impressed. So the question is now is where's the future of copywriting? And the answer is I don't know what the future of copywriting is because Manus is doing this now and it's only in beta and with a little bit of tweak and getting to know the system better. Um, well, I'm going to be super impressed to see what is coming along. Now, you mentioned Alan Sultanic. Alan said is very, very anti-AI. He's very anti-AI. He knows his stuff, but he is not Mr. AI. He is Mr. Tradition. And the um, the fact is that AI is getting closer and closer and closer. I don't know if you know it, but Russell Brunson bought Dan Kennedy's business and has spent a lot of time with Dan Kennedy. And I showed these letters to um, um, Russell Brunson, and he said these letters are so good that you should send them to Dan. So someone who is that close to Dan Kennedy, who has spent a lifetime studying his work, just was blown away by this. And this is without any tweaking. A lot of copywriters, like David Garfinkel, Jim writes, used to be anti-AI, but now he has an app that writes copies for agencies. I am telling you that how our lives have changed with AI. Now everybody is going to want to come up to Manus. And when you work with Manus and then you go back to Chat GPT, you go, what a failure. What an utter failure. It is not what it should be. So, and I'm paying for the professional um, thing, and it's extremely disappointing of that. But I have been sitting and Manus might be as good as the $5,000 apps too. Absolutely. Um, and one of the people who has one of those apps, I actually bought one of those apps, um, said that um, he signed up. He didn't make it here, but um, he signed up. And folks, um, it could definitely be doing that. So what I've decided to do is I have put together, yeah, Benson's. I bought all of those apps. I bought a lot of those apps, and I won't be buying any of them anymore. The bottom line here is the ground is changing underneath our feet. And I have put together 50 ways that the average person can make money using Manus. Sooner or later, you will get access. But right now, most of the world doesn't even know it exists. That means that you can be out there making money with Manus, selling these reports that take you minutes to make and could bring in 1,000, 2,000 a report easy. If someone needs a marketing plan done or a business plan, a complete business plan, Manus will do it and it will save a lot of money. There are people who spend thousands and thousands of dollars. So I'm going to be doing a 2-hour Zoom call this Sunday for people who want to play. And I'm going to go through as many of the 50 ways that I can have come up with. And then I will give you the list for the ones that I don't get to. So I'm putting this together. I'm putting a link in the chat. Even if there's just a small thing, let's see, to everyone. We don't use chat a lot on here, but if you look over, you should see a webinar chat. The site is kilstein.com/Manus. And I'm going to begin on Sunday with a detailed suggestions on how you can get on Manus as quickly as possible. I've been telling it to people, and my strategies have been working. I think Eric is on. Eric? He was. Eric is here. So I told Eric what to do, and he got on the next day. So I'm going to share these strategies with you. Paul says it took me 5 minutes to get on and get my invite. That's fantastic. But I hope that you'll join me. And even if you've already replied, well, if you already applied and you haven't gotten in, well, then maybe you should try a different way. Because it means that they didn't see any reason to bump you ahead of the crowd. And that's what I'm fixing to teach. and Eric, who has been using it. Eric, did you learn anything tonight about what you could do? By the way, you could upload your scripts to ask them to make it better. Okay, well, you gotta let them know. You gotta let them know. You gotta tell them something specific. Anyway, I invite you to join me, and I will. Are there any security concerns with a Chinese product? It's a great question, but I have to tell you, China already knows everything about us, from our DNA to our likes and whatever, all of this. Can you tell me a little bit about you? Are you an icon in the marketing industry? Well, today in a little discussion with Peter Kell, who is an expert on VSLs, I told him that I would love to model his style. And he said, but Harlan, I study your style because you're bigger than I am. And I said, I'm bigger and a lot more lumpy too. So if I am an icon, it's only in my mind, Christina. Okay. Do you think Zuck and Musk will never use your data? Of course, they're already using our data. They're already using our data. Our data, all of the discussions in Congress with Musk about data were embarrassing. Time on Sunday, 12 noon, and we'll go for 2 or more hours. I set it for 3, so people get a lot of questions. I don't expect there are going to be a lot of people there, but I do suspect that it's going to be very much worth your time. And the price is really low. It's to give everybody the opportunity to participate. So I'll see you all then. I hope you learned something and look forward to seeing many of you on Sunday. Take care, everyone.